Hello everyone, and welcome to The Save Point. Save Point is a podcast that wants to bring Bible-based reviews on video games. We will be judging on two main criteria, the quality of the game and the content of the game. Both will be scored on a scale of 1 to 5. Today's game we'll be looking at is Battlebit Remastered. And first things first, Battlebit Remastered is not a sequel. Battlebit is a large-scale shooter with 127 players on each team. So that means 254 players. That is a lot. That is the largest player count for any shooter that is on the market right now. The gunplay is very similar to Call of Duty. The gun will only be accurate if you're scoped in. There is no accuracy penalty for movement. The two teams in Battlebit are the Americans and the Russians. There is no difference between the two other than the style of uniform. Battlebit Remastered has a very diverse selection of layouts. In total, there are 5 unique classes that the player can choose from: Assault, Medic, Engineer, Support, and Recon, each with a unique role to play. Assault is the workhorse of the classes. Assault's job is to attack different areas and have the tools to do whatever is necessary. A jack of all trades, if you will. Medic is what you expect. Medics carry much more bandages than any other class in the game. They also carry 2 medkits that can heal straight HP. Engineer is my personal favorite for one reason and one reason only. Big boom. The Engineer's specialty is demolition. In order to accomplish this, the Engineer carries C4 and also is the only class that can carry RPGs. Support is the class that brings the big guns, literally. The Support class's job is to supply suppressing fire and to keep allies filled with ammunition. Support is also the only class with access to the light support guns and the heavy machine guns. Last, but certainly not least, the Recon class. The Recon class specializes in long-range shooting. They sit behind battles and look for targets to pick off. Battlebit is fun and engaging, not only for its wide, diverse series of classes, but also for its large variety of game modes. We have Conquest, Domination, Infantry Conquest, Rush, Frontline, Capture the Flag, and Invasion. In Conquest, there are multiple different points that the two teams need to capture. The flags are labeled A, B, C, and so on. Each team has a limited number of lives. The first team to run out of lives is the loser. Domination is like Conquest but with fewer points, smaller maps, and no vehicles. Infantry Conquest is pretty much what the name sounds like. It's like Conquest on its big maps, but there are only infantry and transport vehicles. So no tanks for you. Rush is where it gets interesting. In Rush, the two teams are turned into attackers and defenders. The defenders have stations that the attackers want to destroy. Pretty simple, but there are 3 sets of 2 that the attackers have to destroy in order to win. They also have a limited number of lives, which can make it a very difficult game mode to play, but oh so rewarding. Frontline is one of my personal favorites. The two teams each have 2 capture points, and if the other team captures those points, the frontline is moved back. This will continue until time is up, or one team loses all of their front lines. Capture the Flag is what you would expect from that title. The two teams each have a flag, and the goal is to take the other team's flag. Nice and simple. Last but not least, we have Invasion. Invasion is the one-sided version of Frontline, where one team attacks 3 points ahead by the other team, and if all 3 points fall, the defenders have to fall back. Now, this will continue until the defenders run out of points or the attackers run out of lives. Now, a quick disclaimer, these are not the only game modes, but there are a lot, so I picked the most recent and the most popular. There are elements of strategy in this game. There are 5 different types of squads you can join. The default squad, the tactical squad, the recon squad, the vehicular squads, which are the helicopter squad, and the tank squad. The default squad is just for casual players who want to play the game without any responsibilities. Tactical squads are for people who want a military-like experience, where they're in the zone and communication is happening back and forth about developments. Recon squads are a bunch of recon players who play around each other in order to have the most efficient experience. Helicopter squads are for people who want to be in and use helicopters to the best of their abilities. Same with the tank squad. The last part of strategy in Battlebit are the comms. Comms are a fancy name for the voice chats that the players are in. There are 3 different sets of comms: proximity, squad, and squad leader. Proximity is so you can talk with the players around you. And yes, that does include the enemies. Squad is where you can talk with your squad and coordinate. Squad leader is where squad leaders can talk to each other and also coordinate. This enormous experience does come at a cost of $15, only available on Steam. Let's move on to the game rating. For its quality, the game runs very well despite the large amount of people on the server. The visuals are clean and smooth, but the avatars are a bit pixely by design. The game is very easy to run on any computer. Battlebit is pretty balanced, and balance patches continue to come out all the time. The game is still in early access, so that means the quality is only going to get better. On the flip side, the fact that the visuals are a bit cubey or pixely is a turnoff for some people. The game is also still in early access, so it can be a bit buggy. Overall, I'd give the quality rating a 4 out of 5. Now, for the content, Battlebit is a game that encourages teamwork and communication. The game encourages strategic thinking and coordination of resources. Also, there is a chat reporting system, so if someone is being really rude, you can report them, and they might get banned. The cons, though, the entire basis of Battlebit is a war between America and Russia. The only goal of the game is really to kill. Users interact so that there will be people who are rude and curse, but you will meet some nice people. Overall, I give it a 2 out of 5. For my personal thoughts, I really do enjoy this game. I'm not very good, but it's a fun casual game where you can have fun by yourself or with friends. I do think if you're interested in getting into the FPS genre and don't want to get a Call of Duty game, this is a very viable option for you. Well, that about sums up this episode of The Save Point. I hope you all have enjoyed this episode and found its contents helpful. The Discord link is in the description. Thank you all for listening, and may the Lord bless you and give you peace.